Hey guys, what is up? My name is Skipper49. This is my first video, and we're going to be playing some Star Trek Online Emergence. Let's go ahead and do the creator. Ignore the rest of that. We're just going to start a new character. I don't want to do TOS, so let's go regular Federation, regular Starfleet, and I don't know if I want to be a Vulcan or anything else today. I want to be a Saurian. Yeah, let's do that. Saurian. Science. I usually go science, but I'm not really sure this time. Let's see. Science, tactical. I don't know. I might have to go engineering this time. I have a thing for engineering. I just go with that a lot. So let's outfit first. Let's go with the film for the Next Generation. Some presets there. This is one of the most creative character creation I've ever done, minus EVE Online. This is so immersive. You could spend hours on this. Fortunately, I'm not going to for you guys. I'm just gonna see how big the head can get, evidently. I am recording this post game capture, just because I didn't have my microphone set up or anything. Yeah, we're just gonna go through this, and you know, I like to make my characters slim, a little tall. Yeah, I don't want to spend too long with this. I might even shorten this down a little bit, but yeah. Let's do some random changes, because I don't want to spend all day doing this. So let's see. Go to the body next. See, there we go. Look how long his neck is. Change a few things here, just to make him perfect. Like I said, this is the most immersive character creation. I don't know. It's really hard to decide between this and EVE Online. I just can't tell. So a little about me while we're doing this. I play a lot of EVE Online. I do Star Trek Online, obviously. I don't know, I like to play some role-playing games. I like real-time strategy. Total War, the Total War series is also pretty good for me. Alright, let's finish up our costume here, just so we can get on with the mission. I know this is like part one is the character creation. There's really not much to say. It's all pretty much self-explanatory. You know, you just pick what you like, be anything you want to. I've seen some pretty crazy combinations doing some of the PvP in-person missions. Yeah, I like that. I like that purple. I like that purple a lot. I'm gonna stick with the gold. You know, gold for engineering and for command. Kind of, I think. Maybe not. I think red's command and security, but that's okay. Alright, go ahead and save it there. Make sure you save a lot too. Their servers are kind of wonky, but that's okay. Alright, on to his name. I usually do a few random names, and then I'll either make one up or I don't know, even go online and look for one if you want. There's some pretty good random name generators right there. I cut out a little bit because I actually did go online to look because I couldn't figure out what to do. I found one that I liked. Uh, yeah, it's a good name. That's a good name. Now for the ship name, same thing. You wanna, I usually just randomize it a few times. Alright. I don't usually do a biography. I don't get that into it, but alright, let's do this thing. Alright, it's loading up. Alright. So I'm gonna do a little running here. I'm gonna do a little fast running here. Little fast running. So when I first came in here, I was like, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. First came in here. Let's go right behind him. I know you're not supposed to, but let's go right next to him. I'm not gonna read out the mission or anything, but we have to go save. Or no, sorry, not yet. My bad. We have to go get equipment and our first officer first. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go out here. Let's pause for a second because I was probably getting a drink. Again, this was commentated afterwards, after me playing the actual game, which I don't like doing. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go get our equipment. I'm kind of a goofball because I went right past it again. And I don't like flashy things showing up. I like reading emails and stuff. So we're right past it. Shot right past it again. I was like, wait a second. What did I do? Alright, so let's get some stuff from the locker, some guns and phasers and ship modifications. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Let me just load my character up with the best things and give the rest to my first officer and the other characters that are playing, or rather that I'm playing, that I don't actually get to take control of a lot. Let's add stuff onto my kits, engineering stuff, some body armor on there. I already got some body armor. And that's my ship. I don't like my ship. I don't like the first starting ship. I actually spent a little bit of in-game money. I bought a few things, as you'll see soon. I went and bought the original Constitution class starship, you know, the original Enterprise. Just because I like the look. I don't like the look of the Saber class, which is what you get when you start off. So I went ahead and did that. It is a better ship than the Saber. It beats out the Saber all the time. So I got my first officers. I'm not ready to go. I need to equip my first officers with equip my first officer and my bridge officers with some equipment so they don't die on our first mission. And I have to. There was this one mission later in the game that I just could not do for the life of me. I just couldn't figure out. And I couldn't. I kept dying. I couldn't beat the boss. It was terrible. This is back when I first started playing this game, so I didn't really know much. So then I was looking at my bridge officers' equipment, and they were all wearing Tech 1 stuff. I'm like, of course that's why I'm dying all the time, because my bridge officers have no weapons, they have no shields, they don't even have body armor on them. So, yeah, that's why. Alright, first mission. We have to go to... I didn't even read that. I've played this so many times that I've I just walk right through it a lot. But let's go to the space dock to get the Constitution class starship. We'll go ahead and do that before we do our first mission. Gorn. Alright, so a little bit more about me. I have been playing video games for about 6 years now. About there. I started out on a Game Boy playing Pokemon. Then I got to a DS, played more Pokemon. And then I got a PS2, or well, PS2 before the DS, but PS2 I played some Rock Band. I played the Star Wars game where you could play as Anakin and you could kill tiny Padawans. Alright, let's redeem that. Let's get a new name on our ship, because I don't like that. Let's just do a few more randomized. There we go. There we go. I typed one in, I didn't even like it. So when you do this, I know this is kind of a walkthrough, so when you get a new ship, you name it, you'll see that screen, but then you have to go to the other officer and make it your active ship, so it's the ship that you beam into when you leave space dock. There's a little make ready starship, and in the left you'll see a little spaceship, or a little, it's actually a Constitution class icon, but you'll see it next to the ship that you have active, and then you can go ahead and put all the mods onto your spaceship and everything like that. Starship, sorry guys, starship. Yeah. I'll have to show you guys one of my other characters. He has a lot of very expensive stuff. I wanted to get the Enterprise J, from Enterprise, the TV show Enterprise, with Captain Archer and Trip. If you haven't watched it, it's a great show, but I really suggest you do. I don't want to spoil anything or not, but Captain Archer gets taken forward in time to see the Enterprise J, and they have that ship in the game, but only a few people got it because it was part of a lockbox that you can get, and they have goodies in there and all types of things. But you have to unlock it with these things called the lockbox keys that you can buy in game, but they're ridiculously expensive, like 7 or 8 million credits, and that's just I don't want to grind that much. So the other alternative is buying them, and I don't want to spend money on something that I'm not. I don't really like spending money on actual games, like in-game stuff, just because I don't have it there physically. Like it's different when I'm spending it on a game, but when I'm spending it on stuff that's in-game that I can't physically like feel or use, it's a little bit different. So there's our tiny ship, and there's some big ships around us. Wow. Anyways, yeah. So that's Captain Kirk's Enterprise, but of course ours is a different name. I like to have my slots arranged in a certain order, because I have them macroed to different keys on my keyboard, my mouse. I like to have emergency power to shields as one of the first things I can get, because I use that a crap ton. You have no idea how much you use emergency power to shields. And then there's one for distribute shield power. It's one I just put on, and then you have the high yield torpedo, which makes your next torpedo shot, I don't know, I'm not really exactly sure, twice or 3 times more effective. Yeah, and there's the Enterprise. Let's go to sector space. All right. See,
My
there it
friend
is.
sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. A thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The The Klingons
I
have
love
chosen
Leonard
war.
Nimoy's voice.
The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
So for some reason my camera settings weren't working correctly. I like to have the follow camera, so when I let go of the mouse, it will snap back to the back of the ship so I can follow it. And that wasn't the right setting either. Good job, man. Good job. I can fix that. The follow camera. Yeah. Follow target. There we go. Alright, we've set course. Make sure that you put your power to weapons so you can have as much power, as much DPS as you can. Alright, I want to get a little bit closer. A little bit closer, start the mission. Going warp 5. There we go, let's start this. I think space combat is my favorite. Space combat is definitely my favorite. Fighting the Borg though, that's a little bit difficult in space, but it's fun. It's definitely fun on the ground, so there's that little bit of difference. Oh no, we have to go save the Orions. Alright. Let's do this. I'm gonna give a little commentary here. Or not, I don't know. I'm watching myself play right now. Alright, let's go defend this freighter from the Orions. Full impulse power. There we go. Shoot some torpedoes at him. Make sure to use all your abilities as much as possible. As much as possible. A lot of them have short cooldowns, maybe a minute, 30 seconds. In a battle, it's you know, pick the timing of when you're gonna use them. Don't just full impulse in and then go, you know, emergency powder shields, because you have all your shields. They're already there. You want to use emergency powder shields when you don't have any shields, you know? I mean, obviously. That was easy. Alright, let's go ahead and defeat this guy here. I'm wondering why I'm not firing. Why am I not firing? I'm just letting this guy hit me. There we go. I have my fire all weapons macroed to my space bar. So I guess I must have forgot to hit it. So Federation ships are a lot different than Klingon or Romulan ships, in that Federation ships are broadside ships. You know, you've seen the 60-gun broadsides from, you know, the British and the American ships. You know, back in the Revolutionary War, the Civil War of the Americas. They're really more of a broadside, so you want to have really good arrays, phaser arrays in Federation ships, because Federation ships aren't, you know, head-on, face-first into the enemy like Klingon ships are. Now, Klingon ships, you get 3-4 weapons, and then maybe 1 aft weapon if you're lucky. Well, 1 aft weapon standard, but you know, you don't get 2 or 3 aft weapons until you're level 40 or 50. So you have to keep your front trained on the enemy, and same with the Romulans. Is they have most of their weapons in the front, but with Federation ships, like my current ship, the Constitution class, it starts out with 3 in the front and 2 in the back. So you want to make sure you have those even, I think it was 3 in the front, 2 in the back. It's one of those two. 3 in the front, 2 in the back, or 2 in the front, 1 in the back. But Federation ships will end up with 4 and 4 or 5 and 5, depending on which ship you have. And Klingon ships will have all of theirs at the front for the majority of the entire gameplay. That's why you have to use your cloaks. You have to use, power to forward shields. You have to reroute power to forward shields. So you have to do all that kind of stuff to keep your forward shields up, so you can keep firing at the enemy. And we'll just go through this mission here, and I'm just gonna, so you guys can watch. I'm just gonna talk. I like to ramble about different things. I'll go off on tangents upon tangents upon tangents. There's really not much to tell you about the mission itself that we're playing. It's just the mission. It really just is a mission. It's not that hard. I need to change it to advanced difficulty because normal is too easy. The first mission has never been a challenge. A lot of the other missions can be a challenge, though. I'm not going to go into detail on which ones. You'll see which ones. And each class, engineering, science, and tactical, they each get different. Not that they get different gameplay. All the missions are the same. But the engineering class will get options of dialogue, will get options of interaction that science and tactical don't get, and science will get different ones than engineering and tactical will get ones that are different from engineering and science. So like here, I was able to put a shield around, or a force field around the warp core, and I didn't have to do all the other things that a science or a tactical one would have done. And I think that's a really good mechanic of the game that they were able to put that in. I don't have a webcam yet either, so I'm kind of poor. I work a lot. Yeah, I work a lot. I work a 40-hour-a-week job, so this is not my job, as you can obviously tell. This is my first video, first commentary video, first voice video that I've made. I hope you guys like it, but yeah. This is not my day job. Like some of YouTubers like PewDiePie and Markiplier and film theorists, they make their living off of this. Oh, and Linus Tech Tips, they make their video off of this. Those are just a few I like. But, I don't make a living off this, and I don't plan to. I have a lot of plans in life. Making videos on YouTube for a living is not one of them. This is just for fun. I want to see if people like the stuff that I do, which is the same for a lot of people. But yeah, so my videos will be somewhat consistent on the weekends, but probably none during the week. So if you like what I'm saying, you like hearing about random stuff while you're watching someone play Star Trek Online badly, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button. It would really be awesome. I don't know, I've never had anybody subscribe to my life before, but I don't know. Alright. Getting down the final minutes of this mission. Spoiler alert, we're almost done. I think we're pretty much, that was pretty much it. We just got everyone out. There we go. Nice screen capture there. All of us beaming out. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. We are not done yet. We have the boss to fight. Alright. Oh, and in space combat, right, you don't want to have your engines to full, right? You want to have them down one notch so you can turn a little bit faster. Because when you have them engines to full, you can't turn as fast as, I don't know what the mechanic is, but you can't turn as fast as you would if you had it down 1 or 2 notches. Not too far, you know, you don't want to be sitting still while the enemy's hitting you, but it needs to be down at least 1 if you want to turn well. Like I said, you're in a Federation ship. It's a lot of broadsiding. Some broadsiding. There we go. There we go. Turn my ship sideways. Back up what I'm saying. There you go. Make sure you're using that distribute shield power so you're not... There we go. Oh, that was easy. I mean, it is the first mission. Damn. There we go. We need to transport the captain over. You're welcome. It's my duty as a Starfleet officer to help those in need. Alright, so that was the mission. Just gotta go. A lot of repetition in these missions. You gotta go somewhere, you gotta save some people. But each mission has its own concept. So that's that.
Well done.
Thank you guys for
You
watching.
saved that crew just in time.
It was a good mission. It was fun.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I'll be posting more videos this weekend, at least 2, hopefully. And yeah, there we go. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. Skiffer 49 out.